All right, sir. The Oscars go down tomorrow night.
I'll watch that shit.
No, not a fan.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you might be the only person that isn't at least interested that I've ever talked to into it. Isn't at least interested in seeing who wins.
Can you give me the justification from? I know who my favorite actors are.
Right, fair enough.
Who gives a fuck if other people care who my favorite actors are,
or
if they agree with it?
Well, you know what? That's not a bad point. It's not a bad point because I mean, that's basically the whole justification behind why I do an award show, my own award show, right? Like
yeah.
I give it out to who I like the best and what movies I thought were the best. So on that level, I feel you, but. Where it comes to matter, I think, is that no professional in the movie business is going to be like, well, man, we made this movie and other people didn't seem to like it, but man, it was number 6 on Justin's top 20. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's more for a status symbol. Like it's more of a symbol of like you've arrived as a filmmaker or as an actor or whatever, that like this academy that's made up of your peers are saying, yeah, this was the best movie or this was the best performance or something like that. So I mean, like I don't really pay attention to all the glitz and glamour. I could give a fuck what people are wearing. They all look the same to me.
Yeah.
Aside, well, the men anyways. Like I can't tell the difference one tuxedo to the next unless there's some kind of color difference. Like I just can't. I can't tell the difference between a Gucci and a Louis Vuitton. I can't do that. The dresses, I can tell a difference between because they're usually all different colors, different styles. But like a tux is a tux is a tux as far as I can tell.
Right, absolutely.
So I don't really give a flying fuck about the fashion aspect of it. But like I do want to see who wins in every category, and I like making predictions. I like looking at who was nominated. Well, first of all, saying like that's bullshit. That shouldn't have been nominated. This should have been. But once I get over that initial like this movie got screwed, I do like to predict who I think is going to win in what particular category. I thought we would kind of take him, although now I know you couldn't give a shit, so maybe the segment's going to fall on its face, but that's happened to us a lot before and will happen a lot in the future. I thought we would take a look at who's nominated in the major categories. So we're talking like best movie, best actor, best actress. That's basically it. Because like you could get into directors and supporting or whatever, but this isn't really a movie podcast. So if it was, then we'd do a whole show on that. But like we'll look at like the big 3 basically.
Nickolas Cage.
Yes, Nickolas Cage in everything he has ever done.
Everything that he's ever done.
Well, and now you're the one.
Over.
And now you're the one.
It was a joke.
Mr. Stevenson.
It was a joke.
Nah, fuck yeah. I'm not letting you off the hook that easy. You're the one that was like, Nickolas Cage is terrible.
That's why I said it. That's why I'm like, fuck the Oscars. I'll watch them.
I refuse to accept that. I think Nickolas Cage is your favorite actor. He even has your name.
Yeah, but not the last name.
It's true, and actually, he doesn't spell it the same way you do either.
No, fuck him.
Good Lord,
he's not Ukrainian enough. He doesn't count.
Ukrainian enough?
Yeah, the Nick is the Ukrainian way of spelling.
Oh, is
Nickolas.
it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Hey, right on. You learn something new every day. I had no idea.
That's the way that I understood it anyway.
Okay. Well, that's actually really interesting. A linguist, oh gosh, I can't remember what the actual term of it is. Numina, exactly. Maya he. No, somebody that deals with and I think it's entomologist, maybe somebody that deals with names and where names come from. If you ever listen to this podcast, indicate to us whether that is the case. If the Nick spelling of Nickolas is of Ukrainian descent, I would be very interested. But if true, which I don't have any reason to believe that it's not, that's actually really interesting. Maybe we should become a podcast where we talk about where our names come from.
Quite possibly.
You know, it's a possibility. But okay, let me put it to you this way then.
Okay.
If we're not giving a fuck about the Oscars at all, let's
Okay.
just push the Oscars to the back burner for a second.
Before we get out, like this is kind of Oscar related, but it's not in the sense that it is music.
Okay.
And I guess Oscars is kind of music, isn't it?
No, there's the only
what
thing
is the golden.
No, the music is like the Grammys and shit.
Grammys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck. We'll keep it for a little bit later.
All right, fair enough.
No, I'll do it right now.
No, do it right now. Fuck movies. We're gonna talk about music.
I just want to plug a band.
Okay.
And this is I didn't talk to them about it. Actually, I'll know the people in the band other than watching a guy on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out about it. And I guess you've seen in our watch list. I've been watching a lot of drum covers.
Yes, you have been rocking the drum covers like you read about,
which is friggin' awesome. And I found a guy who does drum covers, and I'm going to totally butcher his name. But I think it's Cobus.
Okay.
Cobus.
Cobus. That's probably the way I'd pronounce that.
And if you search him on YouTube, he has this channel. He did a project where he found like other people on YouTube.
Okay.
And they got together and they actually made a band.
Oh, I love collaborative projects like that.
And they
so
put
awesome.
out a 2-disc and 3 DVD box set.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you have like 2 CDs of songs that they recorded and mastered in the studio and everything. And it is, to quote him, it is flippin' amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if you want to, the website is Ventura Lights.
Okay.
Or
Ventura Lights.
I believe so,
okay.
Yes.
VenturaLights.com?
Yes.
Okay, right on.
And the music is freaking amazing.
Awesome.
It is.
That's really good.
I really like it.
Well, since you're going to take the opportunity to plug something musical, I'm going to take the opportunity to do the same.
Okay.
Aside from plugging Gabe Vanals, who was a mad pimp for creating our theme song, I also want to pimp a guy by the name of Gregory Connors, who was actually a student of mine when I was doing my student teaching in Bridgewater. And he just recently released a spoken word album. And again, spoken word, holy crap! Like who? I don't want to say who listens to that, but I do want to say not spoken word is not exactly the chosen genre of many people.
Right.
But Greg put out this 6-track spoken word album, which only lasts 10 minutes. It's literally 6 tracks. It's only 10 minutes. The tracks are as low as 49 or 50 seconds, anywhere up to 3.5 minutes. And basically, I'm not gonna lie, he yells at you for 10 minutes.
Really?
That's his spoken word style. He just screams.
That is awesome.
And what was really good about it is again, I'm not a spoken word junkie. I'm not a big fan of the genre, but I listened to him obviously because I knew him, and I was like, if I'm not gonna take a chance on his art, why would anyone else take a chance on mine?
Right,
so
absolutely.
Exactly. I try to play it that way, and I listened to it, and goddamn, the kid's got a good delivery, and the kid's passionate, and that's what's really important. Is even if somebody doesn't really buy your art, you know what I mean? Even if somebody's like, well, this isn't really for me, you can at least appreciate the passion that's put into it, and you can appreciate aspects of it without being a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I am with it. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the genre, but I am a fan of Greg's just because the kid just sells it. He just sells it. It's so good.
That's the way that it should be.
Exactly. And you can also get this for free.
Really?
Yep, absolutely.
Is it free. Motivational?
I wouldn't exactly call it that. I would more call it for lack of a better term, these are my pains.
Okay.
So it can be derived as motivational if you wanted to. It's not motivational in and of itself. I don't think. Now maybe Greg would disagree with me about that, but
okay.
I did listen to it and I didn't. The first thing that hit my head wasn't like I'm super motivated to do something. It was more like, holy crap, this guy's going through some shit. But it was just really interesting to take a chance on a genre that I've never taken a chance on before. So that was extremely cool. So I want to shout out Gregory Connors and thank you obviously for not only making your art but making your art available, and on the off chance that, if you get some fans, maybe they buy it down the line. Who knows?
Who knows?
Exactly.
And you know what? Screw it. We may get flagged for it, but I'm playing something.
Okay. Nick is going to play us a song.
It's just going to be a sound clip. It's not the whole song.
Okay. I like that. I'm trying to think of what that reminds me of.
It's totally original.
Oh no! For sure. I'm trying to think of what that.
Oh, what type of melody?
Yeah, like what kind of style. I'm trying to think of like a band that reminds me of, and it's almost like it's not Creed obviously, but it's like almost like maybe Alter Bridge, which is like Creed minus Scott Stapp. It's maybe kind of in the same vein. I like it, irregardless of what it might remind me of. I like it in and of itself. No, very good, right on. So go find that and go find Gregory Connors.
That was from Ventura Lights, Venturalights.com.
Cool. Or I'm sure even if you typed in Ventura Lights into Google, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
So
and the CD is named Breaking Out.
Right on. Sounds good. Well, we are at 45 minutes, and we got a lot of other stuff that we can talk about. But I want to get back into some movie talk.
Okay.
For a couple of reasons, really. Just again, not necessarily just based off the fact that the Oscars are tomorrow, but the fact that you saw a movie recently that you really, really liked.
It was awesome.
And I saw this same movie with a girl, and yay, exactly. And I also thought this movie was awesome. In fact, after watching this movie, everything is awesome. We saw the Lego Movie.
Yes.
And oh my God, the Lego Movie is fucking great.
They did an excellent job.
It was so good. Like, sitting down and watching the movie, as I'm watching it go, just in the first 10 minutes of the movie, I'm thinking, how in the world did this not take 10 years to animate? Because the animations are so intricate and they're just so well done that there's a lot going on in almost every scene. There's a shit ton going on, and it just really surprised me how fluid the animation was and just how the high quality of it. And I'm just like, again, how did this not take 10 years to make?
Right.
I really liked the voice acting in it. I thought they cast the voices extremely well. Even though I don't like Will Ferrell, I'm really not a Will Ferrell fan. But his voice, rather, I should say, plays a very good role in the movie. Again, every character is voiced really well, and it's just one of those movies that you watch and you just smile. Like, you just smile through the whole movie, because it's just like, not only is this a kid's movie, because it's a kid's movie.
Sure.
But not only is it a kid's movie, but you're going to find content in the movie as an adult that you can grasp onto and find interesting, which was really cool. Like you're looking at like concepts of like individuality and capitalism and rebellion and all this stuff and like dystopianism, and it's just like, this is really heavy for a kids movie. Like as an adult, I can sit here and grasp onto these topics and be like, wow, this movie is really interesting on that level. Another movie that I saw 2 years ago that did this really well was like Paranorman. I think it was, Paranorman. It was about a young kid who could see and communicate with ghosts.
Okay, yes.
And again, it's animated, it's a kid's movie, everything like that. But then like towards the end of the movie, there's this subplot with this little girl who like, I guess was killed, like she either died or was murdered. And like, it's kind of left up to the imagination, but it's almost implied that she was raped. Like this was like a 7-8 year old girl.
Oh, really?
And like implications are left in the script that like was this girl like sexually abused and then killed? Like that's kind of what it was. And I'm like, this is fucking intense for a kids movie. Like this is like Kevin Smith writing a kids movie, but like it's so. I mean, I love when kids movies can do that, and the Lego Movie does it really well with stuff like, again, capitalism and rebellion and stuff like that. But it's just a movie that you sit there and smile.
It is from the song that's in the movie to the bad cop and good cop. Oh my God!
Played by Liam Neeson / somebody with a bad Scottish accent or Irish or whatever.
It's like, oh, son, talk to this guy. Hello, buddy. I'm your friendly neighborhood police officer. Would you like a glass of water? Yeah, sure. Too bad.
Yeah. But Good Cop and Bad Cop was an awesome thing. And then
in 1980s. Spaceship Man.
Yeah, oh my God, 1980s astronaut was so good because his answer to everything was build a spaceship. Everybody was like, "Well, we don't really need you to build a spaceship."
And then at he's the like, end, "Oh, he could because he had all like the old-fashioned parts." At
the end, he gets to build his spaceship, and he's like, looks like he's on crack. He's like, "Spaceship."
Yeah, and then he was flying into everything, just like spaceship.
So good. And like that, it perfectly reflects like the way a kid's like, I'm tired of playing normal spaceship and all that shit. Oh yeah, it was so good. And Batman was awesome. It was so great. I loved like online, if you go to the Warner Brothers YouTube page, they have like behind the blocks, like a little like 4-minute like featurettes and stuff.
They had the bloopers on there as well.
The bloopers. The bloopers are really good because people took the time, because the animators took the time to animate the bloopers.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God, this is great. But like in the one like behind the scenes featurette where they're talking about who the voice actors are. Yeah. Batman's like, they got Will Arnett to play Batman, which I guess means Clooney was busy. Oh, it was so good. It was just, you know what? He's head and shoulders the best movie I've seen all year.
Head and shoulders, and knees and toes.
It's exactly head and shoulders, knees and toes, and get a little singing in there for you. And that will easily be on my top 20. Like that's one spot in my top 20 gone already, because that movie was so, like, I would go back and see it again. Then that's how much I liked it. That like it's just one of those movies that I could go in and I could watch 10 times and just be like, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you live in a dream. It's so good. So if you haven't seen the Lego Movie yet, go watch the fuck out of it, because it's a great movie.
Absolutely.
So just to kind of let's finish off on some movie talk, because we're at 54 minutes, so we might as well just spitball some movie stuff for a little bit.
Why not? Movies are awesome.
Exactly.
I like movies. You like movies?
I love movies.
Especially movies with boobies in.
Especially movies with all kinds of boobies. Except, like, you would think that, like, for somebody that does enjoy watching movies with boobies, which is basically what I like, because who doesn't? Women like movies with boobies. What the hell? You would think that like The Wolf of Wall Street would have been like my favorite movie because it's like nothing but snorting cocaine out of hookers' asses and all kinds of boobs and fake penises and F words and everything like that. And you know what? I liked The Wolf of Wall Street. I thought it was a good movie. You could definitely tell like Scorsese's influence because Scorsese was the director.
It felt old because it's kind of been done before.
It has, not necessarily to the same level,
but
as
you can.
Oh yeah.
He's stealing money.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get caught.
Yeah, eventually he's going to get caught.
Yeah, he's just not running nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fair enough. And again, I like the director. I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think DiCaprio is a great actor.
Yeah.
I think it's a crime he hasn't won an Oscar.
Oh, for sure.
And he might win one tomorrow. But like I don't know, it didn't hit me as much as it hit other people. But in saying that, I did really like it. Kind of the same with American Hustle. Like American Hustle, I watched and I liked, but didn't hit me with the same oomph as it hit the critics.
Okay.
Because critics loved American Hustle, fucking adored it. But I liked it, but it wasn't as much as like I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be like, oh my God, this is my favorite movie of this year or last year or almost ever. And I guess when you go in with expectations like that, you're kind of setting yourself up for a downfall.
That was like me in Gravity. Because a lot of people said, oh, Gravity's going to be so much better than Apollo 13 was.
Yeah,
and I watched it.
For you, that's fucking fighting words because you love some Apollo 13, and I'm a big fan of Apollo 13 too.
And I watched it, and no,
right?
There's
there's almost no comparison between the two except for the fact that both take place in space.
Yes,
that's about it.
That is
You know what? I'll go on record and say something that's going to piss off every single person that likes the movie that really likes Gravity. I think Deep Impact is a better fucking space movie than Gravity.
Oh.
You know what? And you know why I say that? I love me some Deep Impact. Deep Impact is one of my guilty pleasure movies because I know it's bad, but I watch it and I'm just like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's the fucking president.
It is something that you can get behind.
Elijah Wood and Lily Sobieski are running from the tidal wave. So good. It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
But I watch it and I'm just like, at this very moment, there is no other space movie that I would rather watch than this.
It's true. It has the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's entertaining.
Right. You're talking about Gravity now, or Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Okay.
I mean, the storyline, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
In Gravity, I couldn't follow it.
And this is the thing. Gravity, I think Gravity was made strictly to show off the technical brilliance of the filmmakers. Because the sound mixing and editing in Gravity is extremely good. The visuals are extremely good.
And I will give it that also.
But the performances, I liked Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock was my favorite part of that movie, aside from the visuals. But George Clooney, I don't know if I've just completely outgrown Clooney or what it is, but I did not like Clooney in that movie. Clooney just played Danny Ocean from the Ocean's movies, like Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. Mm-hmm. He played his Ocean's character, but in space. And I just I didn't come to this movie to see Danny Ocean in space. I came to the movie to see someone, because again, he's playing a role. He's not playing a real person, but he's playing a role. But why would you just recycle a role that you already do? That to me doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And so it totally took me out of every scene that he was in, because I'm just like, okay, here comes Danny Ocean. And he's doing his Danny Ocean stuff. Is he doing his Danny? Yeah, he's doing his Danny Ocean stuff. And that's the extent of it. And I was just like, all right, come on. But people are praising that as like, oh, it's going to win Best Picture. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It makes no sense at
to
all.
me, no. To me, it doesn't add up. And American Hustle. Just to kind of go back to American Hustle for a second.
Okay.
Performance pornography. Like, for people that really like good film performances, American Hustle's your movie. Because everyone that's in that movie has a good performance. Mm-hmm. And it's a bunch of name actors, but it's really, really good performances. But the story is so convoluted and it's so hard to follow. Like, it's talking about Abscam back in the 80s.
Okay.
But it's just very, very, very tough to follow, and it's like, who's backstabbing who, and I can't keep track of this stuff. And it's not that I ask art to be simple, mm-hmm. but I do ask to give, like, again, myself, who I consider myself a veteran film watcher. I've watched quite a few fucking movies. I can keep track of complicated storylines.
Yeah.
But, like, give me a chance. Like, for somebody that can already follow complicated storylines, I don't even feel like I have a chance of following the storyline in that movie. And that's bad. Like, I mean, that to me is not good. It's like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy a couple years ago, Gary Oldman. Fuck, I feel like I missed something really special with that movie because, like, I can't follow this thing. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like, they're sitting and they're talking, and then he's swimming in a river, and then they're talking again. And it's like, I have no sweet fucking clue what's going on in any of this movie. This is insane. Very quickly.
Okay.
What was your favorite movie of last year?
My favorite movie of last year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
I know, it's tough. I put you on the spot.
God. From what I downloaded?
Yes.
What? Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I've downloaded and watched,
yeah.
But
you're a Wolverine fan though, aren't you? Like, you're
kind of
50-50.
Kind of 50-50.
Did you ever follow the comics?
Not. No, I wasn't really a comic book.
No, fair
guy.
enough. No, I wasn't really either. And then, again, there's another thing. I feel like I think I'm really missing out by not being a comic book guy. I kind of feel like I should not comic book guy from The Simpsons, the worst episode ever. But like, I feel like I should have paid more attention to comic books back in the day. So Wolverine, you know what? I didn't get to see Wolverine. I wanted to, because I like the X-Men. I've liked basically all the X-Men movies, even the bad ones. And there's a new X-Men movie coming out this year, eh? Days of Future Past.
Yes. I saw that.
God, it looks good. It looks like it's going to be fucking awesome. So I can't wait for that to come out this summer. And holy crap, who'd have thought we'd be talking about movies for 20 minutes?
I know.
It's great. We don't talk about movies a lot. Again, we're going to have Tyler on or something to fucking come on and talk about Tyler or Tony.
Shoot the shit about
exactly.
movies.
Just shoot the shit about fucking
video games.
Movies. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's probably going to do it for this week's episode of the No Holds Barred podcast.
I think so.
Exactly.
What is that? The music has returned.
The music has returned. What you're hearing again under us talking is our new theme song, courtesy of Mr. Gabriel Vinals.
Yes.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Once again, we've got our iTunes stream back up and going, so this will be on iTunes in the next couple of days. Find us, of course, on YouTube, but pretty much everything we do ends up on Facebook. So the best way, I think, to keep track of everything that we do is to basically catch us on Facebook. And the link to everything is in the description of the video, and I mean, it's there for you, and we love putting out content. We love doing podcasts. Booyah.
Booyah.
Again, keep your eyes open in March or April, whatever, to find something super duper new and special.
Duper freaking awesome.
Super special.
Yar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for us this week. This is No Holds Barred Podcast, episode number 29. We're one episode away from big number 30.
30. Can you believe it?
I wouldn't have thought. I figured we'd have gotten tired of this by now.
I know.
And yet we haven't.
And yet we have not.
So congratulations to you, sir. for not getting tired of this yet.
Congratulations to you, good sir.
Booyah. No Holds Barred Podcast. We are out of here for another week. I am Justin.
And I am Nick.
And enjoy that theme song. Rock on.